Hello. This is what happens when you tell your marketing team you're not stricken. Anyway, hi, I'm Bobby. Welcome to Boost Engagement webinar number 1, all about our holidays. As you can see, I did take some time today and skin the Grinch. And if you can utilize that chat there, let me know that you can hear us loud and clear. We can get started with the day. So go ahead, pop some hellos in the chat for me. Looking forward to hearing from everyone. Let's see. Great, let's get started. So, as you all know, it is that time of season. It's time for gifting. And we are here today to talk about what gifting really means and how to stop giving away stuff. I am Bobby Mitchum, also known as the Grinch. I have my faithful helper Max over here, but you won't see him today. His antler fell off. We're going to cover quite a few things. An emotional disconnection in just giving things away, what it means to truly gift, our 2025 holiday gifting trends that we're seeing coming out this year, the power of our pop-up shops, why working with us really saves you a lot of time and makes the whole process easy. And then, there is time for a Q&A. We do have a lovely little chat over here. I will follow along as best I can, but we also have our entire sales team available with us that will be answering your questions in the chat. I highly recommend you talk to them after this and get going because we are all already behind. And I will throw in some Grinch voices here and there because I'm an odd person. If you haven't met me, hi. And just in case you are wondering, yes, this is an entire costume. And even though you can't see it, I did wear the pants. So yeah, real fuzzy and hot. Let's go. Let's make holiday planning simple. Why are we starting now? Okay, so it probably seems early to you. I know a lot of people get upset when they walk into department stores and they see holiday stuff out already and they're like, it's not even Halloween. Trust me, I'm in that same boat, but hey, I got to come today in costume. But early planning gives you and your organization a lot more choice and less stress. Let us help you through this. There's a lot of things that are coming up. We have multiple holidays that shut down a lot of organizations in the next few months. That causes delays. So if we start now, we're going to get way ahead of it. The last minute rush is stressful, and we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Your sales team doesn't want to do that. You don't want to do that. No one wants to experience it. So if we can just commit now, we're going to get a lot of stress-free holiday season. Lovely. You'll be the first to make an impact and kickstart the season of gifting. I promise you, I have personally one customer who started so far, so I know all the rest of my customers are way behind, and that's why I'm here in a silly costume talking to you today. And then why should your organization even invest in holiday gifting for your employees or your customers or your stakeholders? Because the corporate gifts industry is worth $919 billion. Everyone's doing it. If you're not, you're missing out. Your customers are going to get it from somewhere else. Your employees are going to feel less dedicated. And why did I tell you that overall this industry is making $919 billion in corporate gifts? It's just to show you the number of orders that are going to be processed over the next couple of months. It is super important to get started now, not to stress you out. That's why we're here today. We still have ample time. Okay, but before we do that, let's do a quick poll right here in the chat. When do you start planning, and what's your biggest gifting challenge? Don't say it's stealing your neighbor's Christmas tree. Come. Did a little bit more. Finding something nice that doesn't cost a fortune. Great one. Thank you. We can help with that. Now let's talk about a little bit about the bad gift effect, what that looks like, what it means. And it's some really interesting stats that we found. 63% of employees would rather receive nothing than a poorly chosen gift. That's baffling, right? It says a lot, but what says even more is that 31% of employees say that no holiday gift would push them to start looking for new job opportunities. It's crazy. Thinking about just throwing out there whatever you have sitting in a closet, please skip that this year. Generic gifting is missed opportunities. Amex cards, random tumblers you have left over from the trade show season. All of these can, while they could be gifts, they do not show as much care. So we can help cut over the turnover by 31%. See that there? That's 31% would say they would leave without a holiday gift. 31% we can help with. Let's solve some math problems. And so now, what does it mean to gift? I'm going to talk a lot at you for another 10 minutes, and then we're going to go through some cool items, and we're going to talk about how to work with us, and we're going to talk about employees, and we're going to talk about customers and all these things. But really the ultimate result of what we want to get to today is just to get your mind going. It's to get you starting to think about it now and interacting with your sales reps so that they can start helping you find what's impactful and matches that budget. Right? I see that again. I see so many people talking about that budget. Yes, we can help with the budget and still make it impactful. So really, when you're thinking about holiday gifting through a branding standpoint, we want to make sure that whether it's your employees or your customers, we're being purposeful, we're being intentional, and we're aligning with your brand, right? This is going to provide us with a strategic gift. And strategic gifts do help deliver an extended ROI, right? They build connection with your employees. They help them, roll over with you year over year so that you continuously have them with your back. And then we also can help with your customers. There's a study later talking about what you can potentially see in growth. But I'm jumping ahead of myself, so we're gonna go ahead. Now, there's 3 pillars of great gifting. I just mentioned it a little bit, but now I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Make it memorable. So the impact behind it is so important, right? And when we're talking about memorable, we're not just talking about, spend as much money as humanly possible so they never forget that you gave them that top-notch gift. No, that's not what we're looking for. Think about your brand and kind of mix that into something that makes more sense for your employee. Oftentimes in our industry, we just put a logo on a tumbler and we leave it there, but whenever we're thinking about the holiday season, let's think about what will keep it in your employees' hands. We'll keep it in your customers' hands, in their cupboards, in their backpack that they pull out whenever they need it. Think about utilizing a tone-on-tone decoration. Think about, creating an art piece that's specific for you and for the holidays, something that they can really treasure over time. That's going to help us make it more personal to them. Right? So if we think about making it personal, now we're talking about, okay, this is something that they cherish and they want to keep with them. And then throughout that, this new art piece we create, which we can help you with, shameless plug, will align with your brand story, right? We're going to work with you to make sure your brand is represented the way you want your brand represented. Now let's talk about the strategic growth on organizational ROI. So I mentioned earlier that this can help with your customers as well. It's something to really think about, right? In 2025 survey, 1,500 global professionals revealed that 46% were more likely to continue working with a vendor after receiving a thoughtful year-end gift. So this really comes into play with their sales teams. They're out there hustling every day. What are you doing for your customers who are spending the money with you? What are you giving them? What are you saying? Thank you for all of the support you've given us all year. We're looking forward to 2026. This is the time to consider that as well as your employees. It can deliver up a 5 times ROI compared to wasted spend on generic items. Again, I'm going back to those Amex gift cards. I'm going back to a random tumbler thrown in a drawer. We're looking for something impactful. We want your customers to feel the appreciation that you have for them, and we're here to help you make it memorable for them. And then 52% of companies do report increased sales after launching a corporate gifting program. Now, what drives this ROI? Gifting now, connecting later, right? So if we're talking about opening doors for your team, a lot of your sales teams are out there prospecting, trying to get meetings, doing what they can to help build the business. Drop them a gift now, drop them a gift, ask for that meeting as a follow-up. It's a really easy way to continue to help grow your sales. It can create an emotional resonance. I blend that with a thoughtful experience. So I walk in to present to you like I am today, and then I leave behind a gift. Wink, wink. And you remember this performance. You remember how unforgettable that this moment is for you. And then align with your brand and audience, right? This is another moment. I'm going to keep telling you that you should look outside your brand guidelines, design something special for the holidays. It's so important because we want to make that lasting memory, but we always want to make sure that we align with your true messaging of who your organization is. I'm going to pop over another quick poll today. Which holiday gifting pillar that I just spoke about does your organization find hardest to achieve? Making it memorable, making it personal, or aligning with your brand? Little elevator music that I don't have. I'll just stare at you even though I can't see you staring back at me. All of the above. My USA Credit Union, you are speaking to my heart today. I see memorable. Yes. Let's continue. Let's talk about the trends of the season, what we're looking for. Okay, so we have 4 major trends that we've been seeing throughout this year. We work really closely with all of our suppliers to understand the lines that they're developing and dropping for the holidays so that we can help you make it most memorable, most impactful, and aligned with your brand. And so what we're hearing is that this holiday season, winter wearables is going to be huge. A lot of organizations typically lean in this direction, but more so this year with the number of new brands that are available to us. So think Peter Millar, think those high-end brands. Those are high dollar gifting, but absolutely worth it this holiday season with the styles that are available now. We can also take that idea of making it memorable and help you create custom scarves, custom socks, custom blankets, anything like that where we could build the design for you into it. 1 second, this is sweating. Second trend we're seeing, work from anywhere tools. So I'm sure your organizations like ours, like many in the world, are moving away from the work from home trend and moving back into more of a hybrid environment or full-time in office environment. This work from anywhere tool trend that we're seeing is not going to go away. It's been around for a while, but what we're seeing is it adapting, right? We're seeing that the design for some of these items coming out is more like you're allowing them to decorate their workspaces and enjoy additional functionality. Let's say that's a fake succulent that is also a charging station. We have that available. A lot of different ways for them to add that personalized touch, make it theirs, while also being functional and transportable. Gifts that say, take a rest. This one has been very important that we've seen coming out this year. A few of our suppliers have really leaned into traditional merchandise, but with a retail feel. So you'll see a lot of really dark, bold colors from us this holiday season, deep greens, deep purples, deep navies, blacks, silvers, as well as a lot of comfy, cozy feel, right? Something that's going to make you feel like a warm hug from the person who gifted it to you. Food always grants an emotional response, but it is very personal. Some people don't like chocolate. Some people get acne from chocolate. I personally would prefer, a salted pretzel over chocolate, but it's still a benefit to give food because it interacts with their taste, right? Whenever you can interact with more than one feeling, you get a bigger emotional response. Anything that they can take home, set out on a counter, and make it really feel theirs. And then lastly, sustainable and earth-friendly gifts. This trend came in hard in early 2019 and has just been growing from there. When sustainability really came to the merchandise section, it was difficult for us to find, and it was also expensive for us to sell to our customers. These days, that's not the case. We can help you decorate fully customized bags. We can source materials that are all recyclable or sustainable or earth-friendly. We have pencils that you can plant after you're done using them, and they'll grow into trees and flowers. Not to mention, we as an organization do give to One Tree Planted and help build forests around the world, currently in Tanzania. So really lean into that sustainability, because now your organization is giving back, but now that employee is gifted something that's giving back. That gives another personal touch to them. It makes them feel connected to the world around them and to your organization. Which trend is your favorite? I know it says which gifting trend is your team focusing on this year, but my goal today is to get you to start focusing on it. So tell me, what are you seeing in the gifting world that is currently your favorite? And we'll just give a quick minute. Wearables. Talk about those in a second. Okay, moving on. Now, how can Boost help you with this? So there are several ways to gift. We can work with you to do a bulk order of beautiful speakers that we then drop ship to each of your employees' houses from a list you give us. That's always a quick, easy way to get through the gifting season, and it is the least stressful. It involves a lot less audience participation. But besides that, a lot of you understand that your employees do want a wearable. They do want to choose something that is personal to them. They want to choose the option between a wearable and a blanket or a mug. They want to have that power of choice, and that's where we can help you as well. If you haven't interacted with our pop-up shops previously, I do empower you now to reach out to your sales rep and talk about our pop-up shops. Our pop-up shops are built to be temporary. They're branded 100% for you, and you decide the collection of items that you would like to offer your employees for the holidays. There are a couple of really big benefits to this. They get to select the size that they want instead of an outdated size list that you might have sitting around, or the worst option would be you having to go out and collect the sizes yourself. If you allow us to take on that work, it's going to be super simple, clean, and there won't be a lot of data transferring that could cause issues with the data and make sizes terrible, shipped to the wrong places, etc. With that as well, if you do have that hybrid environment or a completely work from home environment, our pop-up shops allow us the opportunity to let your employees or your customers tell us where they want us to ship it. So this takes away outdated lists that you might have in your HR system of where their current address is. I know those are difficult to keep up with. I know personally I'm terrible at updating my HR team of when I move. So I know that it can be difficult. So we should allow them to tell us where to ship it if you plan on shipping to their homes. And this also takes that uncomfortableness off of you. With them, they're all going to be used to shopping online. So when they go in, they log in, they input their address, nothing's going to feel a mess. Really simple that way. Our pop-up shops are built to launch Monday through Friday, and then we keep it open for about 2 weeks after collecting all the information. From there, it moves over to a finalized production portion where we gather all the orders, figure out how many of which we need, and we get that all produced. and then we ship it out to the designated locations. After all that is completed, then we send out a bill to you, easy speasy, one PO, ready to go. Really, really great solution this time of year to consider. I will say though, with that timeline I just shared with you, it is longer than a traditional order. So you do have to think ahead. If you want to consider this for the holiday season, I would suggest that you launch your stores at the beginning of November at the latest. This is going to allow your team, those first 2 weeks of November to choose the gift that they would like to receive. And then it gives our factories much more time to complete your project. This time of year, our factories do get overloaded. So keep that in mind. And so a little bit more about it. So obviously, we're going to reduce logistics stress if we just clicked all the information. I should have switched to this slide earlier, forgot, going to go over it anyway. So when we collect that information, it makes your job easier, it makes your life easier, and it makes sure the data we get is correct. It makes it personal because now we're allowing them to choose what they would like to have. And it also helps drive engagement and connection. Because again, now they're interacting with your brand, they're choosing something thoughtful from you. And they get to pick their own size. Nothing better than that. Okay, now we're going to turn this strategy into seamless execution. Okay, so now we're going to align with each other, brand values, brand goals, create a beautiful, beautiful design for all these products that we're going to send out that match your brand. We're going to make it creative and curated specifically for you, for your organization, for your employees. And then we're going to handle the end-to-end management of that. We will make sure all the gifts send out and arrive on a timeline that's doable for you. We suggest delivery around the middle of December for holiday gifting. If you prefer to call it a New Year gift, we can have them delivered in January. Easy speasy. And so a little bit more about us and your partner. We're going to work with you. What you can expect next from the sales team is they will reach out to you. They will get on your calendars. They're going to discover what you learned today and align their goals with you to make sure all of this is perfect. We're going to explore what options are out there based off of your desire, based off of that budget, based off of making it memorable. These things that you're telling us right now in the chat, that's what we're learning. And then we're going to customize it. So we're going to build this solution so it makes sense for you and your organization, right? And then we're going to brand it your way. We're going to build the designs with you. You're going to have approvals all along the way, but we're going to do all the work for you. After that, we're going to order it, get it all produced, ship it out. Everyone's going to receive it, and it's going to be unforgettable, and everyone's going to be so happy, except for me, because I'm a Grinch. See, I almost forgot to do it, but I didn't. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wanted to keep it quick, brief. I wanted to keep it at a half hour. I'm 6 minutes ahead of that or so, which is wonderful. So we want to keep it going. Let's start by emailing your sales rep. If you don't know who your sales rep is, totally fine. Send us an email at sales@engageboost.com, and we'll connect you with the right person to get that taken care of. We want to get you on the next webinar. That is happening on Monday. It's going to be really thoughtful, really engaging, and this is about what you can expect through the holiday season when working with the merchandise provider and what could go wrong. We like to be transparent here at Boost, so I want to make sure that we tell you what could happen and what the actions are we take to help alleviate those bad moments that you could experience. And then, you can join us on our blog, get inspired there. But more than that, we are on a campaign right now for Google reviews. So I am asking you, go ahead, jump over, give us a good Google review, a bad Google review, whatever your experience is with us, and then email us your shipping address, and we will ship you one of these beautiful tumblers that say obsessed with the BE in pink. And yes, we designed it, and yes, it's amazing, and I love it. But again, thank you all. It was a pleasure meeting you. I can't wait to meet you face to face. I'm sorry for talking at you for a half hour straight, and I hope to see you again soon. Happy holidays.